go. Let's get started with a question. Can you have a healthy relationship with a narcissistic partner in any way? Yeah, absolutely. They have to be self-aware. They have to be able to understand what they're doing to you and take accountability. They have to be able to give you a sense of validation for all the pain and the suffering that they cause people, because having this personality disorder causes pain and suffering to people. It makes other people feel like shit, basically, right? They manipulate you, they lie to you, they cheat on you, they steal. So they're doing all of these things to you to hurt you. So if they want to take accountability for all the pain that they're doing, then sure, it can work. Can two narcissists fall in love and make it work? Maybe. I don't know. It's really rare to have mutual abuse. There's usually one person that's in control. And narcissists are usually into the power dynamic. So two narcissists is supply, right? Two narcissists want supply. The reason why these narcissists pick relationships like this is because it's a supply and demand, right? So they have the demand for all of your attention and all of what you give them, which is supply. They demand it, you give it. You have the need to people please. You have the need to want to help a person get better. You have the need to love, like the need to feel connected, to love. They don't have that. So yeah, they're going to have power over you. It's really tough for two people to have power. Should I talk to my narcissistic partner in person about me leaving them? No, do not tell them you're going to leave them. Do not tell them you're going to leave them. If you want to leave a narcissistic partner, book a session with me. Book a one-on-one session with me where I can help you come up with an exit strategy. Sorry, I'm like super itchy here. Where I can help you come up with an exit strategy so that you don't have to tell them, because they're going to do one of two things, if not both of these things. When you tell a narcissist that you're about to leave them, they are going to up their tactics, and they're going to be nice to you really weirdly. They're awkwardly going to be nice to you. You're going to feel like, why are they nice to me? What did I do, right? Thank you so much. They're going to say things like, I'm sorry, I love you, I didn't mean to do that, I promise I will change. I promise I will change. They will promise you the world. They don't want to lose their grade A supply. They don't want to lose you. They want to keep abusing you. They want to keep manipulating you. They want to keep lying on you, cheating on you, stealing from you. They want to keep making you feel crazy. They want to do all that. So do not tell them that you're going to leave them, because they're going to do all these things and up their tactics to make sure you never leave them, okay? And you'll be stuck in the perpetual cycle of abuse forever. Don't tell them you're going to leave them. The next thing that they're going to do is, if they feel like you might leave them or they think something's off, they could go into a flying rage. I don't know if you have a dangerous person that you're dealing with. I don't know if this narcissist is dangerous, but if they are, that's going to come out when they feel injured, when they feel like you're abandoning them. So be careful with that one. Got discarded, still ruminating 8 months after, keeping busy, meeting friends, and still what, babes? Still what? Still stuck in rumination? That ruminating cycle is really hard to get out of. So what you want to do is you want to break the ruminating cycle by focusing on you, putting the attention back to you, making sure that you're the one in control of your life, making sure that you're the one holding that steering wheel, right? You want to make sure that it's about you again. So if we stop thinking about the narcissist and we start focusing on ourselves, right? That's an act of self-love. That's practicing self-love. Thank you for the waves, guys. Appreciate you all. He keeps buying me stuff, and then when we argue, he makes me give the stuff back. Is this a thing to do? But you nice things, buy you nice things, only to take it away? Of course. That's that push and pull, right? They can't do anything out of the kindness of their own heart. They can't do anything for you that's just for you, right? It has to be an exchange. So the only reason why they're giving you nice things and buying you gifts is for manipulation. They want something from you. Then when they don't get it, they take it back. They're training you and proving to you that if you want nice things from me, if you want me to be nice, you have to do as I say. And if you don't do as I say, you don't get this thing that I gave you. That's the same thing. Think of what they do verbally. This is what they do emotionally. They withhold something that they know you need. In the beginning of the relationship, you're all of a sudden like their idol. They idolize you. They built up this pedestal that they put you up on. And then they make sure that you know that you're the only person in the world. You're perfect. You're perfect for me. You have all the good sex. You have all the good connection. They take you on this whirlwind romance, right? And basically, if you fuck up in any way, which you'll never know if you do, but if they look at you in a different light and they all of a sudden don't want they don't have what they need from you anymore. A narcissist only loves the way you love them. They don't actually love you. They only like what you can do for them. So if you're not doing that for them anymore, they're going to drop you. They're going to knock you off that pedestal that they built you up on. So don't take their gifts. Don't take that. If the narcissist can access sex and attention from whoever, why stay with me and hurt me? Because this is, okay, I'm going to tell you something here. A narcissist is only going to get supply from people who don't want to give it, okay? So like, here's the fucked up thing about narcissists. The narcissist wants you to be compliant. They want you to do everything for them. They want you to be their perfect little slave, right? They want to have sex whenever they want. They want you to give them money. They want you to do all the chores in the house, and they don't want you to talk back. They don't want you to say anything about it. They don't want you to complain about it. They just want you to do everything they want. Okay? They want a little slave. But here's the fucked up thing. If that narcissist had this little concubine walking around doing everything for them, a robot, okay, here, what do you need next? Anything you need next, sir? Right? Or ma'am? Whatever you want next, here it is. Here's a sandwich. Here's sex. Here's my debit card. Go and buy whatever you want, right? If you were to actually give the narcissist everything they wanted and you were their little robot, they would hate it because there's no resistance. There's no, I don't want to do that. There's no challenge. They actually want you to challenge them. They actually want to be able to win one over on you, knowing that they got you to do it. So going back to your question, why, if the narcissist can get whoever they want, whenever they want, why do they still stay with me? Because you fight back. And you're uncomfortable doing shit for them. You're uncomfortable being in this relationship with them. But they love that. They want you to be uncomfortable. Isn't that messed up? They want you to be a robot. They want you to be a little slave robot doing everything for them. But they also want you to not want to do it. They want you to kind of hate it and wish you didn't do it. That's messed up, right? Yep. Isn't that so crazy? I know. It's awful. Will they ever change? Yeah, they will. A narcissist can change. No problem. I know a couple of amazing narcissists that are on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and Facebook and all the platforms. They work with me. They're friends of mine. Do you know Lee Hammock, Raw Motivations? Or Lee Hammock from Mental Healness and Ben Taylor from Raw Motivations. They're both on TikTok. Both friends of mine. Both self-aware narcissists. Do narcissists change? Yeah. Do they want to change? Most of the time, no. Those two guys are proof that narcissists can change. But they want to change. The narcissist doesn't want to normally, the one in your life, the only reason that narcissist will ever change is if there's some sort of like a payout, like some sort of payoff. Like they need to know that they're hurting you. They actually need to know that they're hurting you, and they need to benefit from not hurting you. Right now, my dears, they're all benefiting from hurting us. It sucks. They benefit from hurting us. Hi, everyone. I see all your waves. So if a narcissist benefits from hurting us, are they going to change? No. Why would they stop benefiting themselves? They have there's 9 behavioral traits of narcissistic personality disorder. And a lot of the times, right, like by narcissist, do you only refer to people with NPD or manipulators in general? Anybody who embodies the traits of narcissism, like all of us are narcissists. Like all of us have narcissistic traits is what I'm trying to say. Narcissism is on a continuum. It's actually on a spectrum. So there's people with higher levels of narcissistic traits who can be diagnosed with NPD. And the only difference between NPD and narcissism and a narcissist is the diagnosis. That's the only difference. That's like being like, I have a runny nose. Then a doctor says that I have a cold. What's the difference between what I'm experiencing right now? It's the diagnosis. So having a narcissist and having someone who with NPD, the only difference is a diagnosis. It doesn't change the runny nose, right? So it doesn't change the bad behavior. It doesn't change the lying, cheating, stealing. It doesn't change the manipulation. It doesn't change any of that. Just having NPD just means a doctor said you have a disorder. It doesn't change that they're a shitty person and that they're hurting you. So if somebody's a shitty person and they're hurting you, how do we know they're a narcissist? Who cares? We don't need to know if they're a narcissist. All we need to know is that they're hurting you and that they're a shitty person and that they're lying to you, cheating on you, stealing from you, and manipulating you. That they're gaslighting you, making you feel crazy, making you walk on eggshells, making you feel as if you don't matter, that you are invisible, that you're unseen, unheard, not believed, that you have to over-explain yourself, that you have to sit there Googling, how do I become a better girlfriend? That you have to sit there Googling, how do I get my wife to find me attractive again? That you have to sit there Googling, am I being controlled? Right? So that's how you know that you're dealing with a toxic person. Drop the label narcissist for a second. I know I was with a narcissist and I talked about narcissistic abuse, but if we drop the label just for a second and understand that we're in a situation of a person who just is painful, like a person that's painful, then we can work on the actual behaviors of narcissistic abuse. Yes, so true. Question, any link with bipolar and narcissism? There are traits or disorders that can comorbid. So the comorbidity, how do you say that word? They basically collide together and collapse into one or overlap. So sometimes it can be. But again, I'm not a clinician, I'm not in a health professional space, so I can't tell you or give you a lot of information on that, but I would urge you to follow my friends Manjeet Raprai, who is also on Instagram and TikTok, and Carrie McAvoy, PhD. She has amazing content on them, both psychologists. Comorbid. Yeah, that's what it's called. Thank you. Let's see what we got here. Why doesn't the narcissistic behavior show fully until several years into the relationship? Yeah. So sometimes it can be several years, sometimes it can be 6 months, right? The reason why it doesn't show, the behavior doesn't show, is because they're masking it really well. Because the beginning, it's all the charm. Exactly. They're masking it so well, they don't want you to know that they're this monster, or else they wouldn't keep you in the relationship. By the time you find out they're a narcissist, you probably get locked in with finances, right? You get locked in with kids. You get locked into some sort of legal bind, like marriage, buying a house together. So you get locked in all of these ways that keep you in the relationship. If they told us, let's just say they kept it real. Let's say they were like, hey, I'm going to gaslight you, lie to you, cheat on you. I'm going to manipulate you so many times. I'm going to pretend that I love you, but I don't really know what love is because I have no idea how to love my fucking self. I'm going to tell you that you're the world, that you're exactly who I want to spend the rest of my life with. I'm going to tell you that we're soulmates, twin flames. You know, I'm going to put you up on this pedestal. I'm going to build it all the way up to the top so that you feel like you're the queen of the world. You're the king of the world. You're going to feel so incredible being with me because I'm going to pretend to connect with you. And then one day, when you least expect it, I'm going to drop my mask and show you what monster that's living inside me. I'm going to show you that monster. But you're going to be so locked in deep, you're never even going to know what hit you. And it's going to happen so small, this this change that happens over time in small little increments that you're never even going to notice that you're in such an abusive relationship cycle. If they did that to you at the beginning of the relationship, would you even go forward? Right? Would you even go on a second date? No. If the narcissist kept it real with you, you wouldn't be with them. So all of that to say, never tell someone that they should have picked a better person or a better gal or a better guy. Don't ever say to somebody, don't ever let anyone tell you, why didn't you just leave? Like, when you knew they were abusive, why didn't you just leave? It's not that easy to leave. Not that easy to leave. Thank you so much, you guys, for all them likes. I appreciate you. Okay, this is a long question, so I'm going to have to pop out of the chat for a second. In divorce process for over a year now, I'm paying for everything in Texas. He's manipulating the whole process. How can I gain control through the legal system when he has no job money? He's manipulated everyone and everything. So the best way to do this is, get a lot of support. You can join my group coaching session. If you go to the link in my bio, you can find how to join the group coaching session, because being in a group of community, a group of people who understand what you're going through, you could get a lot of support by just some other people's advice. So I would join the group coaching session just to kind of get in this community and be able to talk to other people who are going to be sitting with me. Every month I do a group coaching session. The next one is August 28th. And we're going to be talking all about the moment of clarity, the moment it clicked for you, the moment you knew you were with a narcissist, the moment you decided that you had enough and that you were ready to get off the roller coaster ride and start moving forward with your life. It's all about legal abuse. And yes, join her coaching if you like. Thank you so much. Yes. So make sure that if you are in a narcissistic relationship, right, or if you're in an abusive dynamic, or if you're healing from narcissistic parents or narcissistic friend, the first thing you want to do is educate yourself on what narcissistic abuse is. So there's 3 things that I believe are the key to healing from narcissistic abuse. 3 things. What are they? Who knows? I've done this on TikTok. I've talked about this a little bit on YouTube. But if you want to know what the 3 things of healing from narcissistic abuse are, put your hand up. Put your hand up in the chat. Thank you guys for all the waves and the likes. Yes. That's 1. Knowledge. Yes. Knowledge and education is the first thing that you need to do. You need to know what the fuck you went through. Weed. Well, that too. If you need to self-medicate, do it. Sometimes you just want to chill out, and that is okay too. Yeah, triumph. So the very first thing that you want to do is you want to learn about narcissistic abuse. You want to get educated about it. So being here in this live chat, amazing. First step, right? Getting into my group coaching session, amazing. Also another great first step, right? Yes, nails. Yeah, I got that one next. Getting into a space of healing and learning about what you went through. Start dissecting the relationship. Start figuring out what the fuck happened. And start getting into the space of learning and being educated on this. You can learn everything you need to learn about what happened to you by watching some YouTube videos, by getting a few of the books. If you go to the link in my bio, I have my favorite books. Literally, every single one of the books I read saved my life. Psychopath Free by Jackson Mackenzie is an amazing book. Become edumacated. Exactly. Psychopath Free is an amazing book. If you want a free copy of that book and get it on audio, I think it's on audio or a PDF version of it. I have the hard copy or the soft copy because I love to hold a book and read it that way. But go to the link in my bio under books and find Psychopath Free. It is an amazing book. Educate yourself. Find out what happened to you, right? Talk about it with people in this community and get yourself educated. The second thing we want to focus on is our self-love. And how do we practice love in general? How do we practice love? What is love? Hands up, what is love? To you, what is love? What does love mean? Push through that feeling. You are safe here. You're safe here. You're absolutely safe here. So, baby, don't hurt me. Oh my God, I love that song. No more. First thing, stop trying to believe they think like you. Yes. Give them credit for who they are. They're ghouls. Yeah. Protecting yourself. Love is protecting yourself. Love is putting yourself first, for sure. Patience with yourself. Yeah, that's self-love. That's definitely self-love. Love is respect. Yeah, that's great. Love is feeling safe and sound. I love that. Love is a feeling, not just words, right? We feel love. We act on love. Love is a verb. Love is a verb. Love is an action. Love is how we show people, right? These are love is kindness. Love is respect. That's how we show people that we love them. That's how we show, right? Understanding, empathy, those are all actions. Being able to empathize with someone, that's an action. That's not, hey, I empathize with you. You show somebody that you empathize with them. That's not, hey, I'm kind to you. You show kindness, right? So why do we say that when someone says, I love you, that's the same thing as saying, I'm kind to you? Okay, what does that mean? You're kind to me. How are you kind to me? How are you kind to me? What? Okay, you can say you're kind to me, but show me that, right? Like, show me. Kindness is a verb. Loving is a verb. It's something we do. It's an action. So never let a narcissist talk to you that much. Never let them speak to you like that, because talking and actions are different. Their actions need to match their words. You can't just say you love someone and you do nothing about it. That's the love bombing. That's the I love you, I love you, I love you to death. And they're not doing anything. They're just harming you. So just because someone says they love you doesn't mean they're showing you love. Love is a verb. We show it by our actions. So going back to self-love, how do we practice self-love with ourselves? What do? We practice self-care, right? If you're stuck on what to do in self-care, I have 31 ways how to practice self-care. A link in my bio under resources. You can purchase that. It's like $1.99. It's a digital download. Actions are louder than words. That's love. Exactly. So if you want to have some ideas on some ways to practice self-care, that is one of the 3 ways that I believe are the pillars of healing from narcissistic abuse. So if you have a lot of self-care and self-love, you're doing things for yourself, you're meditating, you're exercising, you are going for that ice cream treat on a Saturday, you go for that drive and you listen to your favorite music in the car, right? You watch your favorite Netflix series, you binge watch whatever, you talk to a friend, you talk to a family member, you spend time with your pets. Yes, you meditate on learning how to forgive yourself again. You do things for you. When you can practice self-love, you get so focused on you that you stop ruminating over the narcissist. It helps you heal. That is the second thing. The third thing, and I would say this is the most important thing, is community. The community of Abuse Anonymous, or Narcissistic Abuse Education Recovery. These people here are your people. Right here, all these people are showing you that you're not alone, that you don't have to suffer this alone. This says doula, which is my old job. This is what I used to do for a living. I used to be a birth and postpartum doula. I used to work in birth work. It's on all the time, I know. This is my old job, and I hold it dear to me in my heart. So, I don't know, I might get a new one that says Coach Row, but I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe my mom will get... My mom got this for me when I started becoming a doula, so I might get a new one that says Coach Row. Yes, and like, you're in the Narc Avengers. I love that. Yes, I'm in the Narc Avengers. So if anybody doesn't know, Narc Avengers is a collaborative group of 16 people right now. 16 content creators who talk all about narcissistic abuse, who all have their own specific style of content creation, and the content that we put out is very different, but it is something that we all get together, just like the Avengers, the Marvel comic Avengers. They all have different spaces, they all do different things, but they also come together to fight against, comic book crime. What are we fighting against, right, as Narc Avengers? Being a narcissistic person with manipulative personalities and abuse you are criminals, right? We're fighting against the crime of narcissism. So we're the Narc Avengers. We're coming to help all of you. Ben Taylor, yes, he's in the Narc Avengers as well. You are my forever doula who helped us born again. Merry music. I love that. Thank you. That's what I said. Etc. Okay, I'm missing some of the comments here. Sorry, guys. So yes, if you want to see who the Narc Avengers are and you want to see the group that I'm in, go check out the Narc Avengers Instagram page. We're all there on that page, all of us. And our Avenger is in the background of our photo. So you'll see which one, you'll see who I am if you want to go and check it out. Who knows who I am, who my Narc Avenger is. You can go check it out and tell me. I want to join. Y'all need a 6'3" bodybuilder that benches 400 pounds. Oh man, we need someone tough. Yep, we got to fight against those narcissists. It's not an easy job, but we do it. Where did we miss this here? Something about just block my ex. Do you think you'll never go no contact? Do they think you'll never go no contact? Yeah, probably. But I don't know what a narcissist thinks. I just know the things they do. Do I know where it comes from? No. If you want to follow a self-aware narcissist or two self-aware narcissists that are also in the Narc Avengers that can help you, give you perspective on what a narcissist thinks, follow Mental Healness and Raw Motivations. Go follow them. Go check them out. There are two self-aware narcissists in this space that are in the Narc Avengers, and they give you the tools to move forward. They're self-aware because they understand what they have. They understand their disorder, and they're putting some clarity to what they're doing, what they used to do when they were unaware. And they help people in this space by coaching, by giving you perspective. They can kind of give you, I feel like they're sick in the soul, yeah. They can give you perspective on kind of what they're, what goes on in their heads when they're doing this kind of shit, when they were really actively abusing others. They're good at being self-aware narcs. They're super rare. It's like a unicorn. They're like unicorns. It's very hard to find these self-aware narcissists. Sometimes I actually even think that my ex could be a self-aware narcissist if he knew what he had, if he knew what his disorder was, right? And then he could actually help people in this space. But I'm like wishful thinking. He's just, the thing with him is that he's such a good communicator, and he's really charismatic, and he has a lot of charm, which I know is manipulation, Did you guys know that charm is actually manipulation? You've been dealing with flying monkeys. You've been blocked and ignored them along with the narcissist, but the ex-narcissist left her computer on purpose to have to call and harass. Any advice? Oh, that's such a toughie. I don't know. I would book a coaching session with me. I think that with all of the information you gave me, it's really hard to even assess because it's not a general question. A lot of these questions I can answer here generally in the live, but that specific situation, I would love to know the story there. I would love to know how long you've been together. I would love to know, what type of abuse that you suffered with this person and what the dynamic is right now and who the flying monkeys are and what they're saying. I would love to understand and get into your situation. In order for me to give you an accurate assessment of what you're going through and give you tools to move forward and give you really good advice, I'm really effective with a 30-minute session, but a lot of people book 60 minutes with me just because they have more to say, and that's totally great too. The very first consultation that we do, or the very first coaching session we do, is 30 minutes, and I can get into your head real quick. I'll ask you the right questions. Life begins when you start asking the right questions. I'm going to ask you exactly how you got into this situation, and I'm going to ask you, when it happened, when you knew things clicked for you, how. I'm going to ask you the questions that don't start with why. I'm going to ask you the hows, the whats, the whens. And then once I get a really good, clear, accurate description of what happened with you, what I'll do is I'll provide you with some clarity. Once you get clarity, you'll get steps to move forward. So a question like that, I would book a coaching session with me because I can just better get into your head and better give you the lens that you can see things a little bit more clearly, and give you some tools to move forward from a non-biased, like completely out of love, non-judgmental place. I can give that to you. If you go to the link in my bio, you can find my coaching links and book something with me there. Yeah, I want to schedule something so mad, but I feel like I have so much memory. That's the fog. You're stuck in fog, and it's okay. A lot of us have lost our memory being with a narcissist because we actually literally get brain damaged. We're literally getting brain damaged by these people because they put us in so much cognitive dissonance. They put us in so much confusion. We're trying to figure out what the fuck's going on all the time, half the time. Because why? We would never do this shit that they do. We're like, why would they do that? I would never do that. Why would they move shit around in the house on us, right? The brain fog is hard to deal with. Why are they telling us they love us but then cheating on us, right? Why are they controlling our every move when I'm an adult? I'm an adult woman that knows how to do shit, but I'm now feeling like I have to ask my husband permission to buy $5 cheese. Like, why, right? So when you're stuck in all the whys, you're stuck in all this confusion. You're beautiful, thank you. You're stuck in all this confusion, you get brain damage. Our brain can't handle all that cortisol, all that stress. So we forget shit all the time. We're having a hard time dealing with our trauma, and so we get stuck in the fog. Can the damage from the brain be reversed? Do you start remembering things? Yeah, you got to go to therapy. You got to work through coaching. You got to do the work on yourself. You have to repair those belief systems and repattern them, because we have these belief systems where we're not good enough, where the narcissist says that we're you're jealous, you're insecure, you're sensitive. Why are you so sensitive? Right? And then you start questioning yourself. You start questioning your abilities to parent. You start questioning your abilities as whatever you do for a living, right? You start questioning your own purpose, your passions, your dreams. You start questioning yourself because the narcissist is questioning you and questioning your character. You start questioning your character. So what you want to do is you have to get to this place where you remember who the fuck you are and step into your power again and not let them do that. But it takes a minute for you to do that. You have to do the work on yourself to get there. Thank you. Yes. Then he said, pay attention. Why do they want to kiss you when they don't want to be with you? They never wanted to be with you, right? They just wanted to be with the toy version of you that they created. You're just a toy to them. That's who they want to be. They think kissing is connection. They don't understand what connection is. Hi, baby! They don't understand what connection is, right? So they're just going to kiss you. They want to manipulate you. They know that you're going to feel connected if you kiss them. So they're going to just fake connection by kissing you. They're going to fake connection by having sex with you. They're going to fake connection by love bombing you and telling you that you're their soulmate and you're the world and you're everything. They're going to fake all that connection. They don't actually want you. The human you. They want you and love you like a toy. Like a shiny toy that they get to control and manipulate. They get to put the batteries in you. They get to turn you off, turn you on, right? They get to play with you whenever they want. You provide them some joy and fulfillment for the time being. But just like any toy, it gets old, it gets run down, they don't treat it well, it's not shiny anymore, so they just shove it in the corner and just shove you in the corner, kick you to the side of the room, and just find another toy to play with. You're just a toy to them. And when the other toys that they start playing with start giving them grief or not working properly or whatever, they're going to come back and shine you up again and start playing with you again, right? Oh, God forbid anybody pick up that old toy and start taking care of it. No, you're not allowed to touch that toy. That's my toy, right? They want you forever. Even if they have a multitude of supplies all in the supply closet ready to be played with next, they want to play with you forever. They want you in that drawer forever. We are objects, and kissing is reaction of dopamine. It gives them a sense of control. Exactly. They not only want to control your finances. Yeah, they want to control your finances. They want to control your every move. They want to control what you wear, what you eat. They want to control what you say. But here's the fucked up thing. They want to control how you feel. How messed up is it that someone who doesn't have the ability to empathize how we feel, they don't have the ability to understand our emotions. They don't have the ability to even identify their own emotions, but they have the audacity to control your emotions. I'm in control of how you feel. I don't want you to have a feeling of your own. So I'm going to control your hormones. I'm going to control your emotions. I'm going to control your insecurities. I'm going to control all your happy feelings, right? I'm going to boost you with all this dopamine so that you feel like you're getting some sort of pleasure and reward from me, only to crave the trauma later. Isn't that messed up? They do this because they want to control everything about you, all the way down to how you feel. It's really messed up how someone can even want to control how you feel. I would never want to control how someone felt, right? Wow, thank you so much. You're so welcome. Thank you, baby. Dream of the second attention here. This is my boyfriend. He's just responding to some of your comments. So feel free to ask him anything. He'll be probably in here until I leave. I don't know how long I've been on for, but I like to just try to keep it an hour. I think I've been on for like 40 minutes. I have meditation, mediation after tomorrow with my ex-narcissist for co-parenting. Any advice? Yes, I can give you some general advice here. I do suggest booking a coaching session with me to give you some real tools specific to you. But for mediation, what you need to do is you have to, we think with 3 brains. We think with 3 minds. We think with our emotional mind, our logical mind, and then we have a spiritual mind. Spiritual mind's a little different. It's a little bit more like, I can sense that I miss this person and they feel it too. Like that's more of a spiritual thing. But what we really run on is like the two the two different minds, emotional and logical. You have to go into that mediation, remove all emotion, right? You could practice doing this by gray rocking, but you have to not think with your emotions. Everything they say and do in that meeting. So I'll tell you, when I went to mediation with my ex, the very first mediation session, he was like so sweet, so nice. See, we get along so great, don't we? Like, she's just amazing. What a good mom. Okay, I can do that. Yeah, I can promise to clean the house, like, every time, like, because we used to share our house, like, we would bird nest back and forth. So bird nesting is like somebody lives in the house for 3 days or a period of time, and then the other parent lives in the house a period of time, and the kids stay in the same house. The parents just switch. So that was what we were doing, bird nesting. And he's like, oh yeah, I can do that, no problem. He was weirdly nice, and I was feeling like, oh, he's actually a good person. My emotions were taking over, right? So I was just complying and agreeing to all of these things because I was thinking with my emotional mind. Start thinking logically. Go into that mediation session with your logical mind only. Turn the emotional mind off. It's important that we know that we can't turn that off all the time. So as soon as you leave that mediation, go and do something to feed your emotional need. To watch a sad movie or whatever you need. Spend time with people who fulfill you, right? Who just warm your heart all the time. Give them all of your emotional. Feel it, right? Read this amazing book, Atlas of the Heart by Brené Brown. Learn about all of the emotions and feelings that we go through, and really get into the definitions of what emotions mean. Get back into that emotional mind immediately after the mediation, because you have to turn that emotional mind completely off in the mediation. That is my best advice. If you want more, I would book a coaching session with me. Thank you so much. Stop when dead. I love that. I love that, guys. You're so welcome. And hey, anyone who's going through a divorce, who's going through mediation, who's in a court, battle right now with a narcissist or toxic person, this is your motivation. Everybody in here, give these people love. Just let's pray or send good energy to anyone who's going through it, because I've been through it and it's hard. It is not easy, but you have to stay focused and you have to keep your eye on the prize. You will get through this. It's temporary. I don't put my wall down with him anymore. I don't put my wall down with him anymore. What do you mean? Just listening to this and it's already a little therapy session. Yeah, I'm here for you guys. I've been through it. So if you're just popping in and you're just kind of listening in, if you don't know who I am, my name is Ro. Rollercoaster of Love was actually a name, a term that my best friend used to call my relationship. So I was with a narcissist for 14 years. And in that relationship, before I knew it was abusive, my best friend, she told me that I was on a roller coaster of love. She said, you're on this really bad freaking ride with this person and he sucks. And he put his hand right in between my legs one time. And I swatted it away and said, this is your girlfriend. What your girlfriend's my best friend. What the fuck are you doing? And I stopped him, right? He's scum. He's a scumbag. And he treats you like shit and you're in a cycle of abuse. Get out. And I'm like, no, I'm married to him. I can't just get out. You don't know what that's like. Like, you don't know what it's like to be married. And I just kind of stopped talking to her, right? I was like, I took the words of my ex-husband, which was, she's a drug addict. You have no idea. Like, she doesn't know what she's talking about. Sure, she hates me because she can't have me, or whatever he said. He said some stupid shit about her, and I believed him, and I didn't listen to her. Okay, so moral of that little mini story is you cannot tell your friends they're in narcissistic relationships. Even though your bestest friends will not listen to you. They have to see it for themselves. So I did see it for myself. Something clicked where I'm like, you know what? I am in a bad relationship. Shit, I need to get out of here. Set up an exit strategy with my therapist, and I got out of there. And guess who was the first person to help me out of that relationship? even after I stopped talking to her. That's right, my best friend. The one who said I was on a roller coaster of love, her. She helped me save money. She helped me get out. She helped me move into this house. She helped me by being here every night when I needed her, and brought over a bottle of wine for me because she stopped drinking for me, just to cry with me and be there listening to me when I was having a hard time without my kids and having a hard time thinking that I broke up the family and I'm going to mess my kids up. Like, she was with me this whole time. And she passed away last year, June 10th, from a drug overdose. And I say this with so much fulfillment and joy when I think about her, because she literally saved my life. And I know she's here with me in so many ways. That was in June. I got sick and almost died of COVID in September. And then when I got out, I started Rollercoaster of Love. And I started that for her on her birthday. Her birthday's November 22nd. Her would have been 39th birthday. So this page is for her, really. I mean, I set it up on TikTok first, and then I set up Instagram. And thank you so much. I love her, and I've never even met her. Right, baby? I know. And she's with me. She's with me. This page is for her. This page is for her, how she helped me get out of this, how she was my support system. And so I urge you to find your support. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's this community. Maybe it's one of your best friends. Maybe it's someone who understands narcissistic abuse. She did. She understood what it was. She also gave me the space and the love that I needed when I needed it. She gave me the space when I needed it, and she gave me the love when I needed it. And so this is why I do this, right? This is why Guys Rose the best. You're biased, but that's why I do this. I do this for her. I do this for all of us. I've been in this situation where I was stuck and I couldn't get out. And so I'm telling you something right now. You can get out. Anybody who's not out yet, anyone who's kind of figuring out if they're in a narcissistic relationship, they don't exactly know, hands up if you're not out yet. If you're not out yet, this is your sign. You're here for a reason. You're here to learn about what this is and to be validated for once and be seen and heard. What session do you recommend we take with you for court advice, divorce on 2 years? It's awful. Yeah, you can choose whatever you're comfortable with. So I do 30-minute and 60-minute sessions. A lot of the times, someone who just wants to know how to work with me will book a 30-minute just to kind of meet me and kind of get a goal in place. You can go straight into a 60-minute session. I have a lot of people who do that as well, because you have a big story to tell, and I get it. I want to hear that story. I want to assess what you're going through. I want you to feel safe, and I want you to feel heard, and I want to know that I want you to be able to talk to somebody in such a way where you're being listened to, like you've never been listened to before. You've never been heard in this way, because a narcissist is really good at making you feel invisible. Like your feelings don't matter, like your thoughts don't matter, like your trauma is not valid. And so however long it takes, I want you to be able to share that with me. And I promise to you that I will receive that with love. I will receive that with space and safety, and you will feel heard. You will feel seen. I will make sure of it. And then the next thing we do is, after some assessment of what your situation looks like and what goals you actually have for yourself. And if you don't have any planned out right now, I'll pull them out of you. Don't worry. I'll pull them right out of you in the session, and then we'll start working on getting those goals accomplished. Right? I make commitments to you that I'm going to make sure that you're committed to your goals so that you can do no contact if that's a goal. That's a lot of people's goals, to be able to just shut the communication off completely and not have this narcissist being like, you're not worth it. You're a bad mom. You're a bad dad. You're never going to find anyone. You're never going to make it out there. You're a piece of shit. Whatever they're saying to you, you can just shut that shit down. Shut it off. Going no contact does that, but it's a goal. It's not something you could do tomorrow. It's not something you do after the session's done. We'd work on it. So that would be one of the goals that a lot of people do. Or how about breaking the trauma bond or recovering from it? Right? There's a lot of different ways that I can help you. We just need to understand what kind of help you need. So that is what I would do in that coaching session. How do you cope with the smack talk and lies being said to mutual friends? I know my truth, but I feel like I'm constantly feeling like I have to justify myself. Oh, I know what that's like. So what you're experiencing is a smear campaign. What you're experiencing is a smear campaign. The name's Bond, trauma bond. Oh God, that's good. I freaking love that. So going back to this smear campaign, here's some tips. Who wants to hear a couple tips? This is probably going to be my last point because I do have to get going. But I'm going to give you some tips on the smear campaign, and then I can let you all know how you can reach out to me, how you can work with me, and what I offer and what other events are coming up right now in my space. So a smear campaign are those lies, are the stories that are being spread around to other people that the narcissist is saying about you, right? And trying to ruin your reputation. That's what they're trying to do. They're spreading lies about you. They do this for two reasons. One, they don't want you to tell the truth on them. They try to cover up the truth with lies about you. So they do this for that reason. They don't want you to, the narcissist spreads lies about you so that you don't spread the truth about them. For the most part, we don't care. We don't want to go around saying the truth about them. We're talking about our experiences. We're sharing what we went through. We're not talking about them. We're talking about us. What we went through, our experience, right? From our perspective. They're the ones saying lies. Oh, she cheated. Did you know that she stole from her job? Did you know she drank when she was pregnant? Oh man, she drank all this wine when she was pregnant. You know, this is the kind of shit that my ex would say about me. And yeah, all that stuff happened, not the cheating, but the accusations of me cheating. Yeah, okay, I drank wine when I was pregnant, right? Yeah, okay, I stole from a job when I was like 20. But they're going to say stuff and then pepper in some lies too. So they're going to do a little bit of truth, make you feel bad, and then they're going to gauge it and say, is that mean enough? Is that smeary enough? No, let's add a lie in there. Oh yeah, she also did this. I also caught her fucking her boss in the back of her, like, wherever. They're going to make shit up about you, okay? So they're going to do all of this to run the smear campaign on you. The reason why they do this is because A, they don't want you to tell the truth on them, and B, because you don't have any more, like, you're not giving them supply anymore. So they've lost control over you, meaning that if they've lost control over you, now they have to control everyone around you. Now they have to tell everybody all the shit, so that hopefully it gets back to you, and then it can abuse you that way through triangulation. So they don't have control over you anymore. They can't smear you right in front of you, so they got to smear you to your friends and family. And they do this to try to isolate you away from these people as well. So the people in your life who believe the narcissist smear campaign, those are not your people. Those are not your friends. People who stay neutral. When you're being abused by somebody, and somebody in your life that's important to you says, I don't want to take sides. I just want to stay neutral. Neutrality is siding with the abuser. It's taking their side. When they say, I don't know what he's saying or she's saying about you, and I don't know about what you're saying, it's between you guys, like, that's taking the side of the abuser, right? So what you want to do is you want to treat these people like the narcissist's enablers and let them have them. They're not your friends. They're not your people. People who believe the narcissist smear campaign or remain to stay out of it, stay neutral when they try to rope them in, they're not your people. Okay? A narcissist does this because they lost control over you. So for one thing, if a narcissist is running a smear campaign on you, don't go around defending yourself. Don't go around doing this whole, trying to avert the crisis, trying to clear your name. You don't need to do that. Your people won't believe it. Your good people will not believe it. The people who believe it are not your people. And give yourself a pat on the back for taking your power back, because that's the only reason why the narcissist has to run the smear campaign on you, is because you didn't want to put up with their shit anymore. You took your power back. So, be proud of yourself for that, okay? Don't go chasing them waterfalls. Exactly. So, yes, that's what you're having. That's what you're doing. That's what it was, a smear campaign. And we don't need to deal with smear campaigns. Let them talk their way into the truth. People will see who they really are once they start running their mouth all over town and you're quiet. It's sad. Don't take my side. They don't understand. Your family won't take your side. Yeah, I get that. So, okay, I love you guys so much. I'm going to tell you where to find me. I am on TikTok, YouTube. I'm here on Instagram, Facebook. Longer videos, subscribe to my YouTube, and you can see some of these lives on YouTube. And you can also see some of the lives that I do on TikTok that are posted and uploaded on YouTube, plus some of my longer videos that I do, and compilations of questions and Q&As that I reply to other people's comments. So make sure to subscribe to my YouTube. If you follow me on TikTok, great. A lot of the videos that I have on TikTok, I move over to Instagram. So you can have me on both. If you want to work with me one-on-one, my link is on the link tree in my bio. So just go down to coaching and you can pick what works for you. You can do a 30-minute or a 60-minute. I also offer text packages for anyone who's going through a divorce, anyone who needs a little bit of help with staying no contact and just needs a little boost of energy. Sometimes you just need somebody to go, hey, no, don't pick up the phone. Don't answer that text. This is a good time to block them, right? And you just want some ongoing support that's more than just an hour call. Book a coaching text package with me. It's called Six Flags. So you can get on that text package. Coney Island is the 30-minute coaching session. The Big Dipper is the 60-minute coaching session. And then I have packages that you can get 3 or 5 sessions. So all of that is under coaching. A couple events that I want to tell you that's coming up right now. You are going to learn what a trauma bond is. You're going to break free of cognitive dissonance, which is a literal mind fuck. Okay, it's two thoughts competing in your mind that you cannot adjust to and make sense of, so we get confused. We're sitting there stuck being like, why do they say they love us but then hit us? I thought I was their soulmate, but they just cheated on me. Huh? That's two competing thoughts, and we can't process those two thoughts, so we just go with the easiest one. So we stick around with these narcissists because they said they loved us, even though they don't show it, right? You are not alone. I've been stuck in that too. You can get out of it, breaking free of cognitive dissonance and understanding what a trauma bond is. You need some education around that. And so there's a live webinar coming up on August 18th. It's called Why Can't I Just Leave? And the author of the book, Why Can't I Just Leave, Dr. Kirsten Milstead, is going to be at this webinar talking all about her book. And there is a Q&A at the very end, so you'll be able to ask questions live in the webinar, and she will answer them right there for you. So if you want to go to the link in my bio and you want to book that and register for that event, that's going to be phenomenal. If you don't have access to going, or you're not able to make it on that day, you get a live webinar replay. So it is recorded and sent to you in your email. So you get that no matter what, even if you don't attend. And actually the replay is going to be sold afterwards, and it's going to cost more than the actual ticket. So get your ticket. It's $25. Be in that. I'm going to be there as a participant. I'm going to be watching just like you. I'll be in the chat as well. So that is something that's coming up. I think that's going to be amazing. The next thing is I offer a group coaching session every month. And this month, which is August 28th, we're going to be talking all about the moment of clarity, the moment where it clicked, the moment where you knew you were dealing with a narcissistic person, the moment you knew you had to get the fuck out of there, the moment you knew that something was wrong and you needed to make a plan to leave or ask yourself some real hard questions if you need to be staying here or not. That moment of clarity, I actually talk about my personal moment of clarity on my YouTube channel. So if you go to my YouTube, it's the moment I knew it was time to leave the narcissist. That's the first video that you see. But we're going to be talking all about that in my group coaching session. So if you want to book that one, that is on August 28th. It's also in the link in my bio under events. So I really wanted to thank you all for being here. Thank you so much. If I didn't get to your question tonight, feel free to send me a DM. I always message everyone back. I don't know if anyone in here has already messaged me on Instagram. I always message back. So literally, if you have any questions at all, just pop me a message and I will respond to you. As soon as I go into my messages and read them. Okay. So I love you all. Thank you so much. Stay narc free. Real quick before we go, who has some freedom dates they want to share? In the last couple minutes that I'm here, if you have a freedom date, whoever's here, just pop it in the chat so that we can see them, so that anybody who doesn't have a freedom date can look at those dates for inspiration. I'll tell you, my freedom date is November 15th, 2019. That's the day that I decided I was going to leave the narcissist. And your freedom date could be the day that you decided you wanted to leave, the day that you left, the day that you knew they were a narcissist, the day you went no contact. Whatever that freedom date is for you, pop it in the chat if you have it. Just let's give everybody in here who doesn't have a freedom date some inspiration. So if no one wants to pop it in the chat, let's just say November 19th or November 15th, 2019. That's mine. Nobody? Nobody has one? Not even one? Come on. One freedom date. Anyone who's still in here. I'm going to leave the narcissist too. July 4th. Here we go. Yes, Independence Day. I love that. Yes, July 31st. Ooh, that was just so recently. Proud of you. I'm proud of you. You're fresh. Guys, take a look at those two dates, okay? Anyone who doesn't have a date, anyone who doesn't have a freedom date, right? You have two dates. Pop them both in. Anyone who doesn't have, I guess tomorrow. Tomorrow, August 10th. Today's August 9th. Thursday. August 19th. Those are your freedom dates. Be very proud of these dates. These dates we're here to celebrate. We're here to celebrate these dates. July 20th is my wedding day. So these are really, really powerful dates because this starts your life. This is the start of your life. This is it, guys. When your divorce is final, you pray soon. We got you. This is your sign. Whatever shit you're going through right now with the narcissist, whatever crap they're putting you through is temporary. Okay? It's temporary. It's not going to last for them. It's not sustainable for them. They're just trying to put you in this hellish space just to get by. And one day they're not going to have anything left from you. There's going to be no meat left on the dead carcass for them to feed off of. There will just be bones. And you will be no longer fresh meat to them. They will no longer prey on you. Okay? This is temporary. What you're going through is temporary. All right? And remember that your worst day on the side of freedom will still be far better than your best day with that narcissist. Okay? Let's stay narc free. I love you all. Thank you for being here.